Hello, my name is Michael, and welcome to the F1rst podcast. All right, let's get this started. So, like I said, my name is Michael. This is going to be the very first piece of content that I will be releasing with the F1rst podcast. Super excited to get this started. I'm a huge Formula One fan, and that's really what this podcast is going to be about, all things Formula One. So a little bit about me. I'm from America. I've been watching Formula One since 2014. I am a Mercedes fan, and for those of you that have been watching long enough, I know those dates are an interesting alignment, but no, I'm not a bandwagon Mercedes fan. I actually had watched Lewis Hamilton on the Top Gear, the episode that he did, and I watched that long before I ever watched Formula One or knew about it. And when I somehow started getting into Formula One, must have saw it on TV or something and tuned in. He was the only person that I recognized since he was on Top Gear, so I started following Lewis Hamilton, and it just so happened that started the Mercedes dominance. And I've kind of just stuck with it, being a Mercedes fan. And I think now that they're going through a not so dominant period, the fact that I'm still toughing through it hopefully shows that I'm a true fan and not just bandwagon fan. But it's been tough being an American Formula One fan. Not a lot of people I know have ever even heard about Formula One, say nothing about watching it. It's starting to become a bit more popular, of course, with the whole Liberty Media era, but people still don't really know about it. Getting more people that might watch a little bit or know a little bit about it, but really nobody that is nearly as into it as I am. So really I figured what better way to talk about Formula One, since not a lot of people in my circle watch it. Figured I might as well start a podcast and start bringing content about it, because I love the sport and think I have some interesting opinions and really just want to cover all things Formula One and just be in that world even more than just as a fan. So definitely excited to start bringing as much content as possible on that subject. Primarily going to be recording podcasts, but from that I want to create short form content, whether it's reels or shorts on YouTube, and as well as make some different content on YouTube as well. I think would be interesting. Hoping to bring different types of race reviews, of course, kind of giving some of my thoughts and opinions on the races, doing different driver ratings, race ratings, as well as maybe some videos on YouTube about some interesting opinions that I have. I think I might stir up some stuff in the comments. Eventually, hoping to maybe have some guests on the podcast, whether that's some people in my personal life or, someday if I have the opportunity to talk with some of the more established creators already, that would definitely be really exciting, and certainly looking forward to those potential opportunities if they were to arise. So you can follow the podcast here. I have an Instagram and a Twitter where I'll be, X, I guess, where I'll be live posting on there during the races. Anytime that I can watch it live, sometimes I can't. But I plan to bring a podcast episode out every time that there's a race, either the day of or maybe the day after, depending on what my schedule permits. But then also just trying to post all sorts of the short form content and just bring as much as possible to this channel. It's only going to get better from here. I'm learning so much about editing and podcasting and getting more comfortable speaking on a podcast and having the video up as well. Of course, the podcast that I have right now on Apple Podcasts, it'll just be the audio form, but I'll also upload the video form to YouTube as well. So that's available if anybody is interested in such a thing, as well as the other content that I'll be posting there. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Going to be a ton of content coming your way. Ready to get this started, and I'll see you in the next one.